Hey, Matt.
Sorry about missing last time.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
How's the family going?
Good. Everybody's good here.
That's great.
Yeah. We had to
Um,
cancel a vacation we were going to take, but, gotta be safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Caliandra doing okay?
She is. She's hanging out in the window right now. Chilling.
That's good. I guess if you don't mind, can I speak with the Arcturian Council?
Sure.
Okay.
The Arcturian Council. Please do connect with you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Yes, we are doing very well, thank you.
I guess I wanted to ask first. I think in one video you were talking about an extraterrestrial doing something positive for humanity, and it got recorded on video.
A singular extraterrestrial or a
Um,
collective?
um, I wasn't sure, and I guess I was going to ask if the videos come out yet on the internet.
No, that must have been someone else's transmission because we have not said anything about an extraterrestrial in the physical form appearing on video. We have talked about the possibility of someone in a prominent position being able to make a film about extraterrestrials that would have the type of impact that the movies Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T., the extraterrestrial, had on humanity, and for that person with a great amount of credibility to talk about the truth behind the film that they had made.
Oh, okay. I guess my next question is, I've been feeling a little bit stuck emotionally for the past few months and not super happy. So I guess I was wondering about maybe if I'm on the right amount of medication, or maybe it's because of my work, or if you could maybe shed some light on that.
But we feel that the energies around right now are a bit on the depressive side, in the sense that most people are either angry, afraid, anxious, or frustrated about something. And you, as a sensitive person, pick up on all of that, and it forces you to go into a bit of a defensive mode in terms of what you're willing to feel. And so you've got to recognize that in order for you to get out of a stuck feeling, in order to get out of a funk, you have to be willing to feel everything that's coming your way, whether it feels good or not. And to be able to practice the art of processing a negative emotion on a regular basis will serve you very well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I was going to ask, I think in one of the last interview or question, I think there was some fourth dimensional Arcturians that showed me one of their ship. Is that true?
Yes, you have seen a fourth dimensional Arcturian ship.
Could you tell me a little bit about the passengers on the ship?
Well, they are the leaders from Arcturus. In other words, they're the ones who are the best possible ambassadors and ones to connect to humanity, because they have the gift of being able to speak eloquently and to be able to connect to people. They represent the entire system of Arcturus, and so they come from several different planets and moons, as there is life on more than one, unlike what you know about there in your solar system, where you think there's only life on Earth. There is life on Mars as well. So the beings on the ship are there to test the waters, so to speak, and see how ready humanity is for connection and contact, and to bring that contact when you are ready in the most appropriate way.
Will there be food replicators, or I feel a little bit bad about eating animals. I was wondering about if there's going to be sort of technology that will put less of the stress on the animal kingdom.
Yes, there is that technology. It already exists. It just hasn't been made public. So you will have an easier time feeding yourselves, but nothing will give you the same feeling as eating food that was grown on the planet. So it is a bit of a double-edged sword.
It's very interesting. So would you consider it to be like a paradox between having um, being source energy beings or having a godlike consciousness versus a self identity consciousness? Or would you mind maybe discussing that?
Well, the way of the ascended being, the way of the higher mind is inclusiveness. It's all about seeing all angles and seeing all sides as true. All perspectives are true. And to be able to hold the perspective that you are source and you are also individuated consciousness can be too much for the physical mind that you're accustomed to using, and so it forces you to perceive in a different way who and what you are, and to go higher with that concept, because in the very polarized way of looking at things, a very dualistic way of looking at things, you're either God or human. It's one or the other. But to see everything as being true and all sides as being valid, you can start to feel the truth that you get to experience yourself as individual and as source. And there doesn't have to be any sort of cognitive dissonance about that.
Could you talk a little bit about how your consciousness evolves and how that compares to humans evolving their consciousness?
Yes. Our consciousness evolves naturally. It's part of being in a flow state all of the time, where we allow everything to be as it is, and at the same time we seek to help, to nudge things along, and to make the experience of expansion more positive for other beings, because we are enjoying the expansion of our consciousness so much. We just enjoy the feeling of it.
Is there anything that you would like to talk about or that you'd want to ask me?
We want you to find where your sweet spot is inside of yourself. We want you to take your consciousness and drop it down into your body, so feeling around in your heart, in your solar plexus, in your gut. Feel around for where you know the sweet spot exists for you, where you can go at any time and focus in one particular area of your body, breathing into it, and know that you're going to feel better instantly when you do. That's going to be a practice that will help you to center yourself, to balance yourself, to get back into the knowing of who you really are, and get out of your head and remind you that all really is well.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Is there a fifth dimensional aspect of me that would have a message for me at this point?
Your fifth dimensional self, your higher self, enjoys challenges. And that's what that version of you wants you to do more of. Enjoy the challenges that you present yourself with and the challenges that you face that seem like they're coming from outside of you. The feeling of power that you can get from standing strong and facing the challenges is one that will be very satisfying and rewarding to you when you tap into it.
I guess are there going to be really large celebrations once, I guess, at a certain point, when the bad guys, I guess, are out of power, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there will be celebrations.
Could you describe them a little bit?
Well, ultimately, the future is not set in stone. It's not predetermined. But what we can see happening on the current timeline that you're on is people dancing in the street, playing music, laughing, being in a state where for the first time in their lives they feel free, they feel relief, there'll be tears of joy. There will be people who will be reunited, and that will be a tremendously overwhelming feeling of love and joy at the same time for people. So there's a lot of good that's going to come from having lived under the oppressive regimes that you have for so long.
That's beautiful. That's good.
Yes.
Do you listen to any music at your level at the ninth dimension?
Everything is music here. Music is vibration. And we experience everything as vibration. So even though we don't have ears to hear sound, we feel the vibration of your music. We feel the vibration of all things. And we enjoy music as much as we enjoy the vibration that comes from your sun and your planet and each of you.
So I guess would it be similar with video games, or what kind of games go on in the ninth dimension?
Well, the games that we enjoy are the game of how we can help and figuring out the best ways to present the energies that we have that are going to be helpful, and studying the different beings that we seek to help and looking for the need that is there. And that's a game to us. We know ultimately that everything and everyone is going to be all right. So we just do the best that we can to make it playful and joyous, the help and healing that we want to provide.
I wanted to say I really appreciate the information, the videos that you put out, and Thank you for helping me.
You are very welcome. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, Matt. Okay, bye.